So if you've clicked on this video, you're probably wanting to know how much does an ultimate gaming setup cost? And I'm going to tell you. First of all, I'll tell you exactly how much this setup behind me costed. And then after, I'll talk about how you can do your own for a heck of a lot less. Now, an ultimate gaming setup could mean different things to different people, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to assume that you mean the classic triple monitor setup. By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, you won't regret it. So Josh, how much was your exact setup? Let me break it down for you. The most expensive item was the PC, that cost around £2,000 in total to build, and it's plenty powerful enough to run 3 screens at once. My three 27-inch monitors were $250 each, so $750 in total. The entire desk was £200. So that's all you really need for a basic ultimate setup, a PC, 3 monitors, and a big enough desk. So we're currently at £2,950. So let's talk about all the extra stuff now. Now, there is a 55-inch TV above the setup, that was $700. The LED soundbar was $210. The keyboard, mouse, and RGB mouse mat come to $250. So £100 for the keyboard, $100 for the mouse, and $50 for the mouse mat. I do have a Stream Deck, but I'm just going to ignore that for now. The headset was £80. Now the lighting on this setup, guys, comes to £300, and I know that sounds absolutely crazy. It's like, how do you spend 300 quid on lights? But it's mainly because it's all Philips Hue. We've got 5 Philips Hue play bars. There's 1 behind each monitor, and then 2 behind the PC. Now the chair that you can see right here, that was £366. And finally, cables, cable management, plus all the required wall mounts worked out about £100. So our grand total is £4,956, or if I do a straight conversion to US dollars, about $6,000, which, depending on who you ask, is either a lot of money or kind of surprisingly cheap for what it is. And as well, bear in mind I've been upgrading and perfecting this setup for like the past 2.5 years. So how the heck do you afford all of this, Josh? Are you some sort of real estate tycoon? Is there something you're not telling us? No, actually, I just don't really go on that many holidays. I know it sounds kind of weird, but some people easily drop like a few grand on a 2-week holiday, maybe even a couple of times a year. And at the moment, at least, I kind of prefer holidays at home. So I'll spend most of the spare money I have on the setup, because that's where I spend most of my time. But that's just me. I just thought I'd mention that, just in case you all think I've got rich parents or something. Because, yeah, trust me, I don't. Now, if you do want to buy any of the things in my setup, or even just copy the whole thing, I'll have everything linked in the description for you guys, so go check that out. If you want to see just how cheap you could go on a triple monitor setup, keep watching. Now, to be fair, there's a lot of unnecessary things in my setup, so let's try and simplify it and try and do things on a budget. So the PC. Now, components are getting really good value nowadays. You can build a pretty decent gaming PC for as little as £600 or $750. So let's go with that. You can pick up these Full HD thin bezel Acer 27-inch monitors for about $120 each, so $360 in total. They do have VESA mount support as well, which is good. Now for the desk, if you're planning on having your PC on the desk with your monitors, you really do need a massive desk, guys. The one I've got was from IKEA. It's a 98-inch kitchen countertop sat on top of some IKEA Alex drawers. That came to £200. Now you've got a couple of options here. If you haven't got the space for such a huge desk and you don't mind putting your PC elsewhere, you can get away with a 2-meter IKEA Linmon tabletop for £29. You'll need 5 legs, which you can pick up for about £12.50, I think. That's 1 leg for each corner and then 1 to go in the middle for support. That's £41.50 in total. Now, if you do have the space and you definitely want your PC on the desk, plus you want to try and save some money, what you can do is get the 2-meter Linmon tabletop that I just mentioned, which is the longest one they do, and add an additional 1.2-meter version of it to one side of the setup to kind of make like an L shape. That will give you enough space for your PC. If you do that, you're looking at a total cost of £66.50, so that's your basic triple monitor setup done. Let's talk about the extra stuff now. Cheap RGB mechanical keyboard, £50. Cheap Corsair RGB mouse, £25. Nice Corsair extended mouse mat, £20. And for the headset, I went with the HyperX Cloud Stinger. It's about 40 quid. It's not the cheapest, but it is a very good budget headset. I wouldn't recommend skimping out on audio. Now, I have left out the soundbar because it's not essential if you have a headset. For lighting, you'll want an LED strip behind the desk, and if you want to make the back of the monitors glow for cheap, just grab another LED strip and stick it behind them. If your monitors of choice happen to have USB ports on them, then go for 3 separate USB LED strips. All this will set you back a maximum of £25. Now, another thing I would not recommend skimping on, guys, is the chair, because you're going to be sat in it all day long. But if you're on a tight budget, you can get something fairly decent for around £100. There's quite a few options out there. Bear in mind though, chairs at this kind of price likely won't last you more than a year or two. For the monitors, you can have them just freestanding on the desk, but I definitely recommend either wall mounting them or using a triple monitor desk mount. For wall mounting, you'll need 3 of these things, that's £24 in total. The triple monitor arm desk mount route, that'll set you back around £50. And finally, you'll need about £50 to cover all the necessary cables and cable management accessories. So how much did that all come to? £1,386 or $1,686, and that was with the slightly more expensive double table and monitor arm option. That's like a third of the price of this setup, and trust me, a lot of the wow factor, guys, comes from just having 3 monitors and decent cable management. If you've got 3 screens and everything looks nice and neat, then the whole setup will just look epic. Just make sure you don't skip the cable management, it's the little details that count. Now, I've not drilled any holes in my wall at all I've used is just some cable trunking. The only hole I did drill is through my desk, and that was just for the keyboard cable to be routed through. Try and get a specific color scheme going on as well with your setup, it'll make everything kind of pop. So yeah, it's perhaps not as expensive as you think to build an ultimate gaming setup. You might have to save up a little bit, but I think it's definitely worth it. Just a disclaimer, I haven't personally used those particular monitors that I mentioned, so I can't say for sure how good they are. It was more just to show that you don't have to spend a fortune to get set up with this kind of thing. Obviously a budget PC as well, while you'll be able to run most games on high to ultra settings at 1080p 60 FPS on a single monitor, don't expect to be able to play games across all 3 because you're going to need more graphics power for that. But to be fair, an entire ultimate setup for, what, 1,400 quid? If you set yourself a slightly higher budget of say 2,000, you'll be able to put some of that extra money into say a more powerful PC or a nicer chair. Hope this video has helped some of you guys out or given you some inspiration. If you enjoyed it, drop us a like rating, guys, hit that subscribe button to see more. With that being said, hope you all have a good week, and I'll catch you all in the next one.